Tesla's Cybertruck was supposed to be unstoppable. But instead of conquering the roads, it's being banned in more than 128 countries, seized, blocked, and even declared illegal in places like the UK, Germany, and Japan. The shocking part? It's not just about safety. What's really happening here could decide the future of Tesla itself, and maybe the future of electric vehicles around the world. It all started when UK authorities did the unthinkable. They seized a brand new Cybertruck right off the streets. Not because it broke traffic laws, but because officials declared it simply wasn't fit for public roads. This wasn't some routine enforcement, it was a direct challenge to Tesla's most ambitious vehicle. And if the UK could make such a bold move, other countries wouldn't be far behind. To understand why the Cybertruck became such a lightning rod for controversy, we need to go back to its dramatic reveal in November 2019. Elon Musk didn't just roll out another electric vehicle, he unveiled something that looked straight out of a sci-fi movie. A bulletproof exoskeleton, razor-sharp angles, glass that was supposed to be unbreakable, and power that rivaled sports cars. Musk promised the future of trucks, indestructible, futuristic, and built to outlast everything else on the road. And the world went crazy for it. Within just a few days, Tesla had racked up more than 250,000 pre-orders. By 2023, that number had exploded to nearly 2 million reservations. No other vehicle launch in history had created this much hype. The Cybertruck wasn't just a car, it was a cultural moment. But behind all that excitement, regulators were already sharpening their knives. As the Cybertruck hype reached a fever pitch, the first cracks in Tesla's armor began to show. Safety experts started raising concerns about the truck's rigid stainless steel body and its sharp, angular edges. In Europe, authorities warned that the vehicle's design could pose a serious risk to pedestrians. Japan and Australia flagged issues with visibility, oversized frames, and compliance with crash standards. Automotive analysts whispered that Tesla might hit unexpected roadblocks trying to get approval for international markets. What was supposed to be a revolutionary vehicle was suddenly under intense scrutiny. And then, by early 2024, the warnings turned into something far worse, a global blockade that no one could have predicted. By early 2024, Tesla's nightmare had arrived. Authorities in 128 countries slammed the brakes on the Cybertruck, citing legal violations, safety hazards, and design concerns. Even in the United States, some states began reviewing whether the truck met existing road safety laws. Most people assumed this was simply a matter of safety regulations, but the truth was more complicated. This wasn't just about one vehicle being blocked, it was a high-stakes battle over Tesla's global dominance. And if these bans held, the company could face billions in lost revenue and a serious dent to its reputation. But what really made the Cybertruck so controversial wasn't just the bans themselves, it was the reasons behind them, and they went far beyond what anyone expected. At the heart of the Cybertruck controversy lies its radical design. The very features that made it revolutionary also made regulators nervous. First, pedestrian safety. In Europe and much of the world, vehicles are required to have crumple zones that absorb impact. The Cybertruck's ultra-hard stainless steel body doesn't crumple, it transfers all the force directly to whatever it hits, raising the risk of serious injuries even in low-speed collisions. Then there's the weight. A fully loaded Cybertruck tips the scales at 3,500 kilograms, putting it in the same category as ambulances and small commercial trucks. And the sharp, angular edges? They fail to meet Germany and Japan's safety requirements for rounded corners, designed to minimize injuries. On top of that, Tesla hinted at Europe-specific versions, but those modifications weren't ready, leaving the Cybertruck in regulatory limbo. The truck that was supposed to redefine the industry suddenly looked like a legal and safety nightmare, and that was just the beginning. As if the design flaws weren't enough, the Cybertruck ran headfirst into a wall of legal and regulatory hurdles. In Europe, every vehicle must secure a type approval, a certification proving it meets strict safety, environmental, and design standards. The Cybertruck hadn't completed this process, meaning it was technically illegal on most public roads. On top of that, many countries require heavy trucks to have speed limiters, something the Cybertruck lacks. And regulators weren't just worried about the vehicle itself, Tesla's own customers were making things worse. Social media posts showed Cybertrucks racing, performing stunts, and pushing the limits of public roads. The combination of regulatory violations and unpredictable driver behavior had authorities on high alert. And just when it seemed things couldn't get more complicated, an even bigger twist was about to shake Tesla's plans worldwide. Faced with bans in over 128 countries, Tesla found itself at a crossroads, and none of the paths forward were easy. The first option, a full redesign for global markets. This would mean softening the sharp edges, adding crumple zones, adjusting weight, and possibly downsizing the battery pack. Technically possible, but it would take years, cost billions, and delay the Cybertruck's global launch. The second option: fight regulators in court. Elon Musk has never shied away from a battle, and a legal challenge could force authorities to reconsider their bans. But court cases are unpredictable, expensive, and could leave Tesla permanently locked out if the rulings go against them. The third option: double down on North America and forget the rest of the world. Regulations are far less strict in the US, allowing Tesla to sell the Cybertruck at full capacity without redesign. Profitable, yes, but it sacrifices billions in potential revenue and global influence. Each path carried massive risks, and Tesla's next move would determine whether the Cybertruck could survive, or become a cautionary tale for innovation. Just when it seemed like Tesla had no options left, a hidden legal loophole offered a glimmer of hope. Some international vehicle regulations allow low-production specialty vehicles to bypass certain safety design restrictions. If Tesla classified the Cybertruck under this category, it could finally get approval in some European countries, but with a catch: sales would be limited, potentially cutting into billions of dollars in revenue. Meanwhile, in the United States, Musk decided to double down, making the Cybertruck a domestic icon. With more lenient safety rules and a receptive market, Tesla could focus on scaling production and satisfying the huge US demand. But the bigger question looms: if regulators are willing to block the Cybertruck today, what stops them from targeting Tesla's other vehicles tomorrow? The future of electric cars and bold innovation may depend on the outcome of this unprecedented battle. And for Tesla, the clock is ticking. Every decision could define the company's place in the global automotive world. While Tesla struggles with regulators, rivals are quietly circling. Ford, Rivian, GMC, all pushing electric pickups designed to meet global standards. The Cybertruck, once considered untouchable, now faces stiff competition from trucks that are legal everywhere. Analysts warn, if Tesla delays too long, it could lose its first-mover advantage in the electric truck market. Yet, even in trouble, the Cybertruck's radical design keeps fans loyal, proving innovation still has its cult following. Tesla enthusiasts who pre-ordered years ago are growing restless. Some are canceling orders, frustrated by delays and uncertainty over whether they can even drive their trucks legally. Social media is flooded with debates, memes, and heated discussions about the Cybertruck's fate. For many, it's more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of ambition, daring, and Elon Musk's vision. But when excitement meets legal red tape, passion turns to anxiety, and Tesla faces a public relations nightmare. Independent safety experts have been vocal about the Cybertruck's risks. Crumple zones, pedestrian safety, and sharp edges aren't minor concerns, they're fundamental for modern roads. Some analysts warn that, even if Tesla modifies the truck, the ultra-heavy weight and rigid body could still make it dangerous in high-speed collisions. These warnings amplify regulatory concerns and place Tesla in a delicate position. Innovate too much, and you risk legal trouble; innovate too little, and you lose the edge. Elon Musk hasn't stayed silent. Known for his outspoken nature, he's voiced frustration over bans and threatened legal action in some regions. Sources say he's considering keeping the Cybertruck exclusive to North America if overseas markets remain hostile. Musk's bold approach shows the tension between innovation and bureaucracy, a battle every tech visionary faces at some point. The financial implications are staggering. Every country that bans the Cybertruck is a potential billion-dollar loss. Global sales were projected to make the Cybertruck a flagship revenue driver for Tesla. Delay or restriction in key markets like Europe and Japan could impact the company's stock, investor confidence, and its ability to fund other projects. In essence, the Cybertruck isn't just a truck, it's a multi-billion-dollar test of Tesla's resilience and strategy. The Cybertruck controversy could set a precedent for the entire electric vehicle industry. If regulators are willing to block Tesla's boldest design, will other automakers face stricter oversight? Could innovation itself be stifled by outdated safety frameworks? Industry insiders warn that the outcome of this battle may influence how far companies can push boundaries, not just for pickups, but for all EVs around the world. So, where does Tesla go from here? Full redesign, legal battles, or doubling down in the US? Each choice carries enormous risks and rewards. One thing is clear: the Cybertruck saga isn't just about one truck. It's about ambition, risk, and the limits of regulation. And for viewers, it's a reminder that even the boldest ideas can clash with reality. The next moves by Tesla, Musk, and regulators could reshape the EV landscape forever, and no one knows how this story will end. In the end, the story of the Cybertruck isn't just about an electric vehicle. It's a story about ambition, innovation, and the clash between bold vision and global regulations. What began as a truck designed to redefine the rules of the electric pickup market has turned into a worldwide test of Tesla's ability to balance Elon Musk's audacious vision with international safety and legal standards. The challenges facing the Cybertruck spark a much bigger question. How far can innovation push boundaries before it collides with law and safety? And what price must be paid when daring design meets regulatory resistance? While Elon Musk and his team weigh their options, a full redesign, legal battles, or focusing solely on the American market, each path carries massive risks and potentially enormous rewards. At the same time, the Cybertruck stands as a symbol of technological revolution, yet it is surrounded by obstacles no one fully anticipated: regulatory roadblocks, social concerns over how the truck is used, and financial risks that could shake Tesla's global standing. These factors make its future uncertain and fraught with tension. But, as with all great innovation, every obstacle brings an opportunity. An opportunity to rethink design, to negotiate with regulators, and perhaps to discover creative solutions no one has imagined before. The Cybertruck could become legendary, not just for its power or futuristic design, but for what it represents: the direct confrontation between daring ambition and real-world constraints. For viewers, the biggest lesson isn't about bans or legal headaches. It's about the nature of true innovation. Every step toward the future meets resistance. How Tesla navigates this crisis will determine not only the fate of the Cybertruck but could reshape the global electric vehicle industry. Will Tesla win this battle, or will it be forced to retreat? And what does this mean for the next generation of EVs worldwide? Ultimately, the Cybertruck is more than a truck. It's a test of boundaries, a challenge to the status quo, and a bold statement about what's possible when vision refuses to be limited. And as the world watches, one thing is certain: the story of the Cybertruck is far from over, and the next chapter could change the future of transportation forever.